Great morning, everyone. Welcome here to our Viago Saturday Scoop. It is Saturday, June 7th, the beginning of June. We're excited to have you here with us today. My name is Shar McCready. I'm going to be one of your hosts here today, and we have a very special guest that's going to share some incredible information about an idea that is taking the marketplace around the world by storm. I met this gentleman many, many years ago in my life. And what I love is that when we keep our mind open like a parachute, miraculous things can happen. I had no idea way back then when I got a phone call from a childhood friend of mine, and she had some new thoughts to share with me. And in a time of my life when I needed to get my mind right about a lot of things, she didn't know that though. That was just the bonus for me. And I had no idea that those thoughts and the way I began to look at the world and the information coming at me would lead me to meet this gentleman. And from that time forward, back then, I just needed to learn how to have some more fun. If you have always wanted to have more fun living your life, give me a high five up in the chat or in your camera. That's right. See, back then I needed a CFO. I needed a chief fun officer, and he became that person for me. But along the way, guess what? So much more has happened. We've done some amazing things around the world. We've gotten to bless people. We've got to deal hope, and so much more is coming. I'm just grateful that because of the relationship long ago, I got the phone call to be here with you today. And we have a special treat extra with him because he's coming live to us to share the scoop with us all the way from the beaches and the marina of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Please help me welcome, go crazy in the chat, none other than Mr. Eric Grisbowski. We call him Mr. Get Paid. Take it away.
Hey, Shar. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you for having me on here. Thank you all for being on here. I'm so excited to share this concept with everybody, and afterwards a little bonus training as well. I'm live here in Cabo San Lucas. Like Shar said, I've been here for 1 month now, and just been using the product I get to share with you guys today. And I'm just going to do a few things. I'm going to tell everybody how we got on this call, why we're all here today, and how we all got here. I'm going to share our idea, and I'm going to show you an online system that you're seeing today that's helping, busy people, stay-at-home moms, all kinds of people create an additional stream of income right from their cell phone. So about 19 years ago, myself and the people behind this company, we got together one other time, and we created what became the largest travel club in the world. And when I say we're the largest travel club in the world, we had 7 million members. We did 3.5 billion in revenue. And we were so far ahead of number two to this day, nobody knows who number two is or was. And then COVID hit. And if you haven't been around for the last 5 years, just so you know, you haven't missed a thing. We've been in the lab. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for the world to go all in again on a travel club. And we took out a lot of the bad, we added a lot of the good. And August 1st, we decided to pre-launch this company. We weren't sure if the timing was right, but it went faster than we thought. So October 26th, we officially flew to Vegas, and we did a huge launch. A month after that, we announced we have 5 resorts we're building that we can all own together. How cool is it going to be that when we travel in the future, we're just going to go to the resorts we own? It's coming soon. Then a month after that, we announced we're a publicly traded company, and right now we're rolling out our Viago Pay system. So just understand this is all happening in real time. You're seeing this early because you got invited because you know somebody who knows somebody on the inside. So let's get right into it. What we are is a VIP invite-only travel club called Viago. And when you get a membership to our club, you get a lot of different benefits. The first one you get is your own private booking engine called an OTA. So OTA stands for Online Travel Agency. So basically, these are private prices the public can't see, what a travel agent would pay when they travel themselves. So I'm here in staying at the Marina Fiesta, which is right over there. You can probably kind of see it. And my wife, Lindsay Maxwell Official, you can go follow her on Instagram. She always does live side-by-side posts of the best online price, and then as we book it live, because documentation always beats conversation. And your site looks like mine looks like Shar's. It's up right away. You just name it, and you can use it unlimited on demand. So here's a few examples. Let's say you want to go to Las Vegas. Caesar's Palace, pretty normal to pay $261. That's the best public price when we search this. Our price is $54. That's not normal. And you can stay as many nights as you want. We're thinking about capping the amount of nights you can stay in Vegas because that city can get a little crazy. Venice, Italy. I was in Italy last month. We absolutely fell in love with Italy. You save over $150 per night staying in Venice, Italy. New York, you can go stay in Times Square and see the glitz and glamour. You get how it works, right? Just type in a city and go. But I told you we've been modernizing this company. We've been creating it for the new traveler. And not everybody likes the all-inclusives with the wristband like I like. Not everybody likes just hotels. Now people love that Airbnb style travel. So we're talking beach villas, townhomes. This is a 3-bedroom condo right on your same site in Miami where you save $1,200 per night. That's not the price. That's the savings. So imagine if you had 3 families go with you and you're splitting that cost. It's a great way to travel. So that's the first vertical of saving. Get your own site, name it, unlimited, on demand, use it right away. The second vertical of travel savings actually has bigger discounts, believe it or not, because these are our babies. These are the trips we create. Now they're called curated trips. I grew up in Minnesota. I played hockey and I got hit in the head too many times. So I don't like fancy words. Curate is just a fancy word that means the company handles everything. When you get off the airplane, you don't have to make any more decisions. There's literally wherever you land in the world, somebody with a sign with your name on it to pick you up at the airport every time you go on a VIP escape. By the way, have you ever gotten off an airplane and see somebody else's name on the sign and you got to like walk by them and go get your own luggage? Like, I want to be that guy. Just come on our VIP escapes. You're that guy from now on. The last big one we did was March for spring break in Dubai. We had about 450 people come and we stayed at a 5-star resort. So I want you to go to your favorite travel sneaky website where you get the travel sneaky deals. And I want you to put in 5 stars for 7 days. I don't care if you put in nowhere, Alabama, pick any city you want. I don't think you can even get just a stay on your own anywhere for 7 days at a 5-star resort. Then we included your breakfast with 4 private chefs every day. Then we included the excursions and the dinners. The first night we went on a private yacht. So we're on top of the yacht having dinner, getting toured around Dubai. The next day, we go in the desert dune bashing all day. When we got to the end, they had fire dancers and belly dancers performing for us in the middle of the desert where we were having our dinner under candlelight. And then the last night we were under the Burj Al Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. They have a Bellagio style fountain show going on in the mall below it, and we're eating a 5-star dinner. All of that included for $650. Now you understand why this is exclusive and this is invite only, because once you're in the know, the only way to go is Viaga. So summer's here, and a lot of you still have summer trips to book, or maybe you want to book another one. We have tons of them. Here's just a few. Let's say you want to do a quick trip to Mexico. If you have a young family, or if you know any young families, you got to show them this trip immediately, because this is a 5-star all-inclusive where kids are free. That's so rare to find because you know the kids are going to eat ice cream 24/7. Doesn't cost you another dime on this trip. I'm going to Vietnam. A bunch of you, I know Char's coming with me. A bunch of us are going to Vietnam in July. I don't have much left on my bucket list after almost 20 years in travel. This is one of them. I'm so fired up. Da Nang, if you don't know, this is the next big city in Asia. The TikTokers and the YouTubers are about to go there and wreck it for all of us. So let's go before they get there. Well, it's still the most beautiful untapped city in the world. Char's going to Bali, I know, for her birthday trip. A lot of you did this one last year. This is one of our most popular trips. You can go to Bali for under $500. And on all these trips, you can add nights as well. So if you're going, from America, you're obviously going to add a few nights to that. And if you have a heart for giving, you'll love being a part of our company. We build an entire school every single year in Guatemala just through the people in our company. So I went on one of these trips. It was life-changing for me. You literally go in the villages with the kids and you finish the school with them that they're going to attend the next 6 to 8 years of their lives. And if we didn't build the school, they flat out don't have a school to go to. It's a sustainable project called the Bottle School Project. You can look it up online anywhere. We're just proud to be a part of it. But one of our biggest mantras is every place we go, we leave it better than when we found it, period. And you'll love being a part of a company if you feel the same way we do. But you don't just save on travel. You also have access savings every single day through our daily deals program. A lot of us used to look at this part like the frosting on the cake, but it's getting so good. If this was just the cake, like if this was the whole membership, it would be 10 times more than worth it. On your phone, geolocated wherever you go, you can see restaurants, movie tickets, football games, concerts, all 50, 60, 70, 80% off sometimes, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld. But online shopping, we've created basically a wholesale Amazon for you because you have the power of the membership behind you. In fact, our friend Lindsay Kate lives up in Wisconsin and she owns rental properties. She had to buy appliances. She went to Frigidaire and then she went to our site. She saved $7,000 buying the appliances she had to buy anyway. You know what's so cool about this idea? We're not asking you to buy something you're not already buying. We're just asking you to buy it at wholesale instead of paying retail. It just makes sense. Now, the last benefit I'm going to talk about is called Be Well. So if you're not familiar yet with telemedicine or teledoc, this is where technology has just changed the game. Look at what I'm doing today. I'm sitting here in Cabo San Lucas showing you our product from our product live. People ask me why I'm so excited. I do these presentations all the time. I can't even sleep. I'm so fired up because I didn't have this technology before. In 2005, when we put in 7 million members, this didn't exist. People just had to trust us. Now I can just show you it live. I know this is the 70 million member, $35 billion giant. I know this is the 10X, and nobody's heard of it yet. So we're first. And if you don't think technology changes industries like that, look what's happening in medicine. Did you know today 70%, 70, of all doctor's visits can be done like this? You sit at home, they diagnose you over the phone, they send a prescription to the nearest pharmacy, usually within an hour with our system, by the way, you can pick it up and you're good to go. The day you become a member of Viago, not just you and your entire family are covered, whether you're at home or whether you're traveling and something happens. You can have the peace of mind knowing you have our Be Well benefits behind you. And that's it. And a lot of you are like, yeah, Eric, sounds great. How much? And I get it. If you've been around the travel industry or the timeshare industry, you understand how expensive these memberships are. The last timeshare I sat through, they asked for 75 grand, 75 G's for 1 week at the same stupid resort. If I wanted to use it, they had these things called maintenance fees. They wanted me to pay more to use what I just bought. And then they had contracts they wanted to lock me in on. That's not what we're doing. That's stupid. We're the opposite. We're the next level. See, we're looking for travel buddies. Understand our business model. The more members we have, the more buying power we have, the more leverage we have, the lower the prices of the trip get, the higher the value of the membership gets. So we make the startup almost nothing. In fact, it's just a deposit that's less than your cell phone. It costs $450 one time. You don't pay that again. There's no contracts. There's no annual renewals. It's $99 a month to maintain your membership. Stick around for 5 minutes. I'll show you how you can waive that. In fact, you never even have to pay that one single time if you choose not to. Why do I call it a deposit? Because when you put the money in, we give it back to you to go on a vacation. If you put in $450 today, we give you $600 today. Now we call them points, but a point equals a dollar and a dollar equals a point. You just got to use it to go on vacation. It's not like my Delta Sky Miles where somehow I have 178,000 miles in my account and that gets me a one-way ticket to Iowa. That algorithm's not working for me. It's just dollar for point or point for dollar. Every month, whether you're paying it or not, we give you another $100 to go on a trip, and this is so cool. You start today, on this date, your anniversary date, every single year, we give you a trip on us. And you get to choose. You can say, I just want a 7-night hotel stay. We have 1,600 properties around the world for you to choose from. Or you can say, you know what? I just want $1,000 or 1,000 points to go on 1 or 2 of those trips in the next 1 or 2 years at your leisure. It's totally up to you. And that's what we do. And for some of you, that's the end. And that's totally awesome. If you just want to be a member, a lot of people are just members. Hopefully we'll see you on one of these beaches like this really soon. But there's a second part. And what I always tell people, and I know it's Saturday morning, but if you put your business brain on for a few minutes, if it makes sense to you, it's going to make sense to other people too. And I'm so proud of our company because we decided not to pay billboards, TV ads, or radio ads. We decided to pay people. Because when's the last time you booked a vacation because you saw a billboard about it? Why do you go on vacation? Because you see other people going and you want to go too. We just want you to be those other people. We're looking for brand ambassadors today to help us spread the word. We want you to go on trips. We want you to take pictures and post them. And when you come back, we want you to tell people about your trip. But aren't you doing that anyway? See, travel's not weird to talk about. It would be weird if you went on a vacation and you didn't talk about it. So now you just add one simple thing. I'm actually a brand ambassador for the newest and the fastest growing travel club in the world called Viago. Check out one of these Zooms. And we have these Zooms going all the time. Personally, I do a Zoom 7 days a week at 2 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a system, so all you got to do is text a link to your friend, and they can see exactly what you're seeing. And when they're like, yeah, that's a no-brainer, I'm in, you create an additional stream of income. Warren Buffett's probably the best financial mind of our era. His most famous quote is never depend on a single income. Multiple streams of income is the way to do it. He says the average millionaire's got 7 streams of income at all times. Warren himself has just over 2,400 streams of income. So I'm looking at this dude and I'm going, well, if he can have his name on 2,400 paychecks, why can't Eric have his name on 2? Why can't you have your name on 3 or 7 like the average millionaire today? And if you have a choice, like you can add a stream of income in any industry you want. Why not choose this? I just learned a long time ago, if you just make your vacation your vocation, it never really feels like you're working another day in your life. So every time you send this link and somebody's like, yeah, I want to get in, we give you $100 because you referred them. And you do that one time, you do that a million times. There's no quotas. It's your business. It's up to you. The magic number is 6. When you make 6 personal referrals, we give you $600. So now you got all your money back. You're in what's called a profit. My mentor taught me, you're never going to go broke. Make it a profit. Then as a thank you, the company takes your monthlies and it's gone forever. So now, you own a website, you can travel unlimited on demand at travel agent pricing. You can come on as many of our curated trips as you choose to come on, and you have a business with unlimited income potential. And at this point, what does it cost you? Close your eyes. $0. This is about to explode. Hey, I see you not paying attention. I caught you. I'm ADD too. I know it's hard on Zoom. Pay attention for 45 seconds. That's all I need. When you understand this one part, you'll see why I'm so excited. We've created a self-perpetuating business for you. What that means is all you got to do is start it and it grows by itself. What that means is all we got to do is kick it and the snowball starts rolling down the hill. What that means is all we got to do is be temporarily motivated and we can all be permanently lazy on one of these yachts together. See, when you show those six, they're thinking the same thing you're thinking. They're thinking about other people they know that want to travel. And when I showed you how to waive that monthly fee, I know you're thinking, I don't want another monthly fee. So are they. And in this example, only 2 out of the 6 go out there and waive their monthly fee. We pay you more money. Not because you know those other 12 people, not because you did anything, because you started it. See, I grew up in Minnesota. We get a lot of snow. All you got to do is kick the snowball down the hill and it starts rolling by itself. When it starts rolling by itself, it gets bigger by itself. When it gets bigger by itself, it goes faster by itself just because somebody kicked it today. Here you get paid for what you start, not what you finish. Now, on top of everything I talked about, when your team gets to 10, and I said team, you have to show at least 2 to get paid. You got to participate to get paid here, but you don't have to show all of them. Maybe somebody you showed some. Maybe I showed some. I don't know. We're a team. When your team gets to 10, they start to pay you a monthly residual income. So this check shows up on the 3rd Friday of every month. This check's not based off any new work. This check's not based off any new sales. It's only based off your past. The bigger the team, the bigger the check. If you're not familiar with residual income, just think about your bills. You know how your bills have a tendency to show up on the same day every month like clockwork? And your bills are about the same amount every month. And your bills don't care if you work that month. Your bills don't care if you made any sales a month. They just show up. What if you had income that was like that? In fact, I think it's stupid. We were all taught, go to school, get good grades, go get a good job, and then work your whole life for money, but live with bills. I wanted to live with money. Residual income is money you live with. I went home and added up my residual bills. What's your monthly nut, by the way? We all got a number. I figured out my number, house, car, electric bill, wrote it down, put it on my fridge. I said, my goal is simple. I just want to get this check. I don't care about any other checks. I want to get the check that comes anyway to cover my bills that come anyway, plus $1. How good would it feel to wake up July 1st and knowing whether you roll over or roll out of bed, your entire lifestyle is covered by pure passive residual income? When your team gets to 100, we pay you one last bonus called the leadership bonus. This one's cool. So you got a minimum of 100 people on your team, probably more, referring to these Zooms every day, going on these trips, taking pictures, having fun, telling their friends about travel. Anytime they make a sale, we give you $50. Not you. You could be at your other job. They make a sale, $50 for you. You could be with your family. They make a sale, $50 for you. You could be sleeping. They make a sale, $50 for you. Because now you have leverage in your life. The one word that differentiates the rich from the poor the most is called leverage. You either have leverage or you are being leveraged by someone who has it on you. So my friend, I showed her 3 weeks ago, and she came up to me, and this is my friend, so I can talk to her. But she goes, Eric, I like it, but I'm skeptical. I was like, you're going to say that to me? That's how you identify yourself as skeptical? I said, that's cool. I'm rich. And then I asked her a really important question. How is skeptical working out for you? Because I learned a long time ago, you can be rich or you can be skeptical. It's a choice, but you're not allowed to be both. Why? My definition of poor is very simple: passing over opportunities repeatedly. And that's how the skeptical stay broke. Skeptical love Saturdays. They love Saturdays, but they hate Sunday nights because they end up living for a day and a half a week. Because Sunday night, you got to go home and set your alarm clock, because skeptical people are trying to do it all by themselves. And they wake up Monday morning and they try to go from zero to hero, and they end up living paycheck to paycheck and 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Well, rich people, by the way, are doing it the exact opposite. Their goal is to get paid off of as many people as possible. The first billionaire was a man named J. Paul Getty. They asked him, how did you do it? He said, it's simple. I figured out as a young man, the goal is not to get 100% of my own efforts every day. The goal is to get 1% of 100 people's efforts, then 1,000 people's efforts, then 1,000,000 people's efforts. And there's no better example than what we do at Viago. And look at how big just one passive residual income check can get when you start treating wealth building like a team sport instead of trying to do it all by yourself. And I know what you're thinking. Good for you, Eric. I just don't know if I can do it. I get it. And I felt the same way when I've looked at stuff like this before. But I do want to ask you a real question. This system, so system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. With this system, could you do what the person who invited you on here is doing right now? They're staring at me. They're not paying attention. They're watching sports. And like, I don't know what they're doing. All I know is at some point they sent you a text. If you can send texts and take trips, in fact, here,
The more text you sends, the more trips you takes, the more monies you makes because the presentation's already done for you. 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, 7 days a week. The travel is already done for you. The training, you can go to viagoinnercircle.com right now. I would challenge anyone on here that hasn't set up their free account. You can do it right now, and you can see the most comprehensive training I've seen in my life, how average people become financially free. It's already done for you. The events, we have an event coming up next weekend where we're going to show people we're doing an event in San Antonio, but we're broadcasting it throughout the world. You can literally watch from your phone and learn step by step how to do this business. You could go to Greece this month. You could do a 5-day vacation in Greece and take a 2-day personal development. We already have it set up for you. We're all going to Columbus, Ohio in September. It is going to be the craziest event you've ever seen. There's going to be thousands of people, right? The best trainers in the world are going to teach you how to do it. We're doing an event here in December in Cabo. I'm going to throw the biggest trip and the biggest party we've ever thrown at Viago. And in 1 hour or 2 hours each day, you're going to hear from the founder. You're going to hear from the CEO. You're going to hear how to become financially free. It's all set up for you. This is not for chosen people. The system's here for whoever chooses to click the button and get the life they deserve. And the last piece might be the most disruptive, and this is just starting now in real time. So you're immediately issued an online card and a physical card that's accepted anywhere in the world. MasterCard's accepted, but this card's different. You can upload it to your checking account, use it like a debit card, connect it. That's cool. But do you have crypto or do you know any crypto people? Show them this. They'll sign up just for this part because they can upload their crypto to the card and use it anywhere in the world. MasterCard's accepted. Any international currency, but this card's different because when you swipe this card, whether you're buying gasoline for your car or putting groceries on the table for your family, 10% of whatever you spend immediately goes back to go on one of our vacations. So I'm not saying we're perfect because we're not, and I'm not saying we're there yet because we're not, but I am going to say this. We're thinking as big as you can possibly think, and we're looking for some other big thinkers out there in the world right now to come with us. We're going after the largest industry in the world called travel, $8 trillion a year, and what I've shown you today has never been done. What if we get to the point where friends don't let friends pay for vacations anymore, when they can just join Viago, get their Viago Pay card, buy what they're already buying in their lives, and earn all their vacations for free. That's how we put a dent in the largest industry in the world. And if you can hear my voice today, you're early enough that if you take action and we put a dent in an $8 trillion a year industry, that number in your bank account equals enough for the children's children's children. But it's not enough just to be here today. You got to participate. See, being at the right place at the right time is overrated. We're all there, right? You've been there before. Well, I mean, you were alive when Bitcoin was 5 cents. You were at the right place at the right time. You were alive when Bitcoin was 50 cents. So what? You were at the right place at the right time. Did you recognize you were there? And did you do anything about it? Or did it just come and go? Do you remember the first time you heard the word Bitcoin? Well, this is the first time you heard the word Viago. It's not going to be the last either. This is going to be a multinational, multi-generational company. You just have to take action instead of procrastinate and let it go by you. So we're offering you the next best position on our team. When you get it, you own it. It's like buying a piece of real estate, sellable, willable, transferable, but also goes fast. Now, a lot of you like it, but you're thinking about the $500. Like, people look at the $500 and they miss the $1 million opportunity. Let's be honest. We live in the inflation nation of 2025. If you can hear my voice and you don't have $500 right now, you need to do this more than anybody else. If you can hear my voice and $500 is a big business decision for you right now, you need to do this more than anybody else. What you're currently doing is not working. If you're on a train going the wrong way, jump off. Don't repeat the pattern. Don't do what you did in 2024 and 2023 and then expect a new life in 2025. That's not the way it works. If you've ever asked for financial blessings to come into your life before, we're here. This is it. But you have to participate in your own rescue. Opportunity doesn't knock. It tiptoes when you least expect it, but you can't procrastinate again. This is what average people do. They go, oh, I got to think about it. What's there to think about? It's $500 you get back to go on vacation. But most people that go to think about corner, they never come out because procrastination is the assassin of opportunity. But Andy's looking at this right now in Sweden, and he goes, $500. You can't start a freaking lemonade stand for $500. He's like, worst case scenario, I can just take my money and go on vacation. That's the risk, is we force you to go on a nice vacation this year. He gets your spot. You come back tomorrow, you're on Andy's team. Now, that doesn't matter to us. And I need you to hear this. We're here to help. Will you join today, tomorrow, a year from now? We're going to help you the exact same way. That's our job. But it matters to you because now Andy's getting paid off of what you do instead of the other way around. And Andy might not be a stud, but he probably knows one person that wants to travel, and that person probably knows one person that wants to travel. What if the studette shows up in Hong Kong a year from now, somewhere on that team? You would have got paid in your bank account off of all of it, but afterwards he gets paid off of you. So when I share this with my friends, I say this: if you don't get it, don't do it. What makes our world beautiful and fun is we're all different. So if you didn't see it, you just don't get it, and we're still friends. That's totally cool. But if you saw it and you're like, wow, that makes sense, any tiny piece of this, do not hesitate. Now is not the time for perfection. Now is not the time for hesitation. Now is the time for taking action, getting positioned, and then earning as you're learning with us. At the end of the day, it's $500. If it doesn't work, so what? Like, I'm talking to a brand new person. I'm not saying $500 is nothing, because I've been where times are tough too. But I am willing to say this: nobody on this call is going to be lying in their deathbed one day going, man, I wish I would have spent that 500 back in 2025. It's just not that kind of money. If it doesn't work, you'll survive. How many dumb ways did you spend $500 in your life and you don't even remember doing it? You did it last month. You don't even know where the money went. Hand up. Me too. I could walk to your closet right now. I could find shoes and clothes you don't even wear anymore that cost more than this business. I once bought a purse for a girl. I don't know where this girl is. I know she still got the stinking purse. It cost me more than this business. Like, it can't be worse than the purse. Like, if it doesn't work, you'll survive. There's only two options here. What if it works? Do you ever let your mind just the way we are? And we always think in scarcity. Do you ever let your mind think in abundance? Have you ever thought, what if this is the Facebook of travel? What if you were meant to be on this call? I'm just one of those weird people that believes we're not here by accident. I believe we're all meant to hear this message today. And we are going to be lying in our deathbed. There's people lying in their deathbed today. This is not a dress rehearsal, folks. This is your life. We get one go around on this earth. What do you think's going through people's heads if they were honest? Do you think anybody's lying in their deathbed going, man, I'm glad I played it safe? You think anybody's going, man, I'm glad I got an extra $500 in my bank account I can't take with me? Or you think most people are wishing, well, they were healthy and they were able, they would have gone for it a little bit more. They would have taken a few more shots, a few more risks in their life, and they would have seen a little bit more of this beautiful world God created for us. Well, they had a chance to. I'm just on a mission. I'm on a crusade, and I got some other crusaders on here. And we're here to see this world before we leave this world, but we don't want to do it by ourselves. We want to do it with you. We want to wake you up. Stop existing and start living. Stop living the same week over and over again and calling it a life. Stop living the same year over and over again and calling it a life. Like, if you want something different, we're here together. And when we go see this world together, you actually get paid more than when you're staying home. So you know what I always say, Shar? Companies have let you down before, me too. So what? People have let you down before, me too. So what? It doesn't matter if you swung and missed. That's not what makes you a failure. What makes you a failure is the day you stop swinging the bat. In life, it takes one financial home run, one, and it is payday. And I'm swinging for the fences on this one, and I'm looking for some home run hitters to come with me right now. So Shar's going to share some stories with you guys. At some point, your friend's going to ask you, are you ready to get started? Either tell them yes or no. It's very simple. I'd rather have a quick no than a long maybe. And then after the stories, I'm going to come back on here and just teach you how to get your business started right away today, all the way through to how to make the big money. So thank you guys for listening. I can't wait to hear these stories.
Wow. Well, I'm home run hitting with you, Eric. That was absolutely amazing. And many times I know it can be like, ooh, but that's just for him or her or a small group of people. We're here to tell you from the mouths of our own community members. We've got 3 incredible stories. They're going to share with you what's happened for them, their family, their life, and maybe their business side, if they so choose, so far because they came into this Viago community. The first person, we're going to go all the way out to the East Coast of the United States in South Carolina. I call her a sister from another mister. Her husband recently retired from the military, so now their family gets to do life differently now through Viago. Please help me welcome to the stage professional athlete, former classroom educator, my friend Amanda Meyer. Take it away.
Hey, Shar, thank you so much for having me. Eric, if I wasn't already signed up, I would be signed up again. That was phenomenal. So, hey, everyone, my name is Amanda Meyer. I live in Greenville, South Carolina with my husband, Terry. We are a recently retired military family. We've got 5 kids between the two of us, and I'm a former educator. And I fell in love with this industry 9 years ago. But what was truly remarkable is what Viago has to offer for people who are like me. I was living on poverty pay, I had no time, no money, and I had no experience. But we've been able to check off a lot of lifeless items and live that champagne lifestyle on our beer budget. And I love the community. I love that we can leverage people like Shar and Eric and everyone else. Listen, I'm here in a Mexican restaurant having fajitas and a beer with friends while I'm building my business. Where else can you do that? So we just plugged into a very simple system. We have a free membership now. I have a motto: if it's for free, it's for me. And we are residual earners. And I'm going to tell you this, I don't tell you this to impress you, just to impress upon you that if a teacher who started her degree at 37 years old with no money, no time, and no experience can win at a high level, then so can you. So thank you so much for letting me share. Let's go, Viago. See you on the beaches of the world, guys.
Let's go, Amanda. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us here today. Well, now we're going to go from the East Coast all the way up to the north middle of the country in Minnesota. We have an incredible story here. Please understand the woman that's going to share next is currently our #1 savings earner. Like, she saved the most money using all those membership benefits you just heard about. And she's been atop the leaderboard by sharing this and bringing more customers to our community. So please help me welcome Miss Cheryl Maupin. I see you, friend. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Like she said, I'm Cheryl Maupin. I'm from Rice, Minnesota. I'm a CFO, and unlike Eric, it's not Chief Fun Officer. I work about 77 hours a week, and my significant other has a business. So to say I'm busy is an understatement. Um, when I saw this business, I was going through stage 4 breast cancer and was not doing very well. And the person that showed me had no idea what was really going on in my life because I really didn't share. But I knew I needed something. I was praying for something. Um, I needed to make money. I needed to save money, and I chose this. And since then, I've become a residual income earner. I have my free membership because I got my 6, and last year alone, I saved $8,900. This year alone, I'm up over 10,900, and that's just buying through our business and buying wholesale and not retail. I'll never buy retail again, because I've learned to use the system. And this community is like no other. And honestly, I don't know what you're looking for, what you're praying for, but we have it. We have it all. So get back to the person that invited you, and just lock arms and learn as you grow, like I did. Thanks for letting me share, Shar.
Awesome, Cheryl. Thank you so much. I love how she says, I have my 6. Y'all, she gets like 6 in a day. Okay. She just loves this membership and uses it very, very well. Much we could all learn. And to wrap up this portion of our program today, I'm going right across town from where I'm at in Scottsdale, Arizona, the greater Phoenix Valley, to a dear friend from the medical industry. She is a brilliant businesswoman, wife, mom, medical professional, and more. Please help me welcome one of our leaders, Miss Deb John.
Thank you, Shar. Thanks for having me. So I joined this the day I heard about it. By trade, like she said, my name is Deb James John, and by trade, I do anesthesia. I'm a nurse anesthesiologist, and I've practiced over 27 years. Love what I do, but I knew residual income is critical, and you don't want to wait till you need it to get it. I saw an industry that had things we already were using. Needing appliances, needing vacations, anything and everything. So a couple of the key things we found is, first, the community. I don't ever want to underrate what we have in a community here, because what I realize is when you need people to lift you up, it's people within Viago that are going to do that for you. Above and beyond that, you'll find savings. The value that we found, we joined November 4th, and I have over $20,000 in savings. And that's not all travel. While travel may be the thing that pulls a lot of people in, some of the things are cell phones. You can get your car insurance, you can get your health insurance. There's multiple facets here. So what I tell people is take the time and take a look. Don't overlook this and miss this opportunity, because it's for everybody. Our membership adds value to people's lives, and that's what we have to offer to you. So thanks for having me, Shar.
I appreciate it, Deb. Thank you so much. And that is just three, a small handful of the success stories and testimonies we have throughout this worldwide community. So everyone take a deep breath and let's give a huge round of applause for all of our folks that gave testimonies today. And now just grab a pen and paper or listen in a little closer. We're going to have Eric Grzybowski, who you just heard from at the beginning, come back, and he's going to just share with you how to get off on the right foot. Step off well and get your success lined up. And then we will close up with how you access all of your benefits. So definitely stay with us. And Eric, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Shar. I can't wait to hear your benefits training, your member benefits training as well after this. But wow, wow, wow. The quality of people, just those stories, the quality of people joining this team. And that's one thing travel does. It brings in the highest level people because they already like to travel anyway. And then they see all the other benefits and they start sharing with their friends. And this thing is just exploding right now. So real quickly, I want to share with you guys 4 things you can do today. 4 things the people that do well do on their first 24 hours. And then I'm going to share with you 4 things that you can win big in any aspect of life, whether it's here or wherever you want to be. So first of all, I want to talk to the brand new person that's just getting started, or maybe some of you who, have been around for a while, maybe you've been a membership, but you jumped on this call and you said, okay, today's day 1 for me. Here's what's really cool. You can start over any day you want. Like, I hate New Year's Eve. Like, it doesn't have to be December 31st for you to give yourself a fresh start. You can give yourself a fresh start any day you want. You give yourself a fresh start on your diet. You give yourself a fresh start in your business. You give your fresh start in Viago any day you want. So we can just start over today. And everybody can be on day 1. So what the people who do that win big on day 1 is the first thing is they join the inner circle. Now this you think would be obvious, but a lot of people still haven't done it. You go to viagoinnercircle.com and you set up your free account, and then you go to the App Store and you download our free app. And what happens is you get the answers to the tests. Like, I can come on here and give you a training, but it's not going to be as good as the trainings that are inside the inner circle. My own trainings in there are better than trainings I can do live. The best ones I've ever done are in there. The best ones, the people that have already made the millions of dollars, the CEO of our company, the president, they're all in there. It's the answers to the test. The first videos say your first 24 hours. They'll tell you what to do as well. And repetition is the mother of all skill. Like, you can hear this once today, but you can hear this on repeat when you have access to the inner circle. And that's how I've learned in my life. Like, audios have saved my life. I'm not a good reader. I was not a good student, but I could put an audio on and I could listen to it on repeat, and then I could just match and model the person that was on the audio. So that's number 1. Just go to viagoinnercircle.com. Anybody can do it. It's easy to do. It's also easy not to do and just procrastinate again. Book the next event. That's number 2. So June 12th, we're doing a virtual event. So if you're in Texas, the event's in San Antonio. So there'll be, 200-300 people there live, but there'll be thousands of people tuning in from around the world virtually where you can just watch on your phone. And we have the number 1 income earner in our entire company, Jesse McPherson, calling in from the Philippines where he lives to do a training. We have Muzaffar Najfi, who's been one of the founding members of this company. He's worked on the corporate side. Now he's on the field side, absolutely crushing this business. He's going to be there live in San Antonio. And then Angie Clough is flying in from Minnesota. She's got one of the fastest growing teams. A lot of people you hear from on this call are actually on her team. And she's going to be training live in San Antonio as well, but we can just watch it from our phone. So that's the next thing. Book the next event. And don't negotiate it with it. Like, people are like, well, I went to Atlanta, I went to the last event, or well, I'm going to do the inner circle, but I'm not going to do that. And we waste so much time negotiating with ourselves on what it costs to become successful. And I always tell people, like, I live at the Waldorf Astoria today, and it's in Las Vegas. Right next to it's the Crystal Shops. It's one of 2 ultra luxury malls in the world, which means every store in there has to be the highest of high end, right? And I walk there. So what I do in the morning is I wake up and I make my calls as I walk through. It's the first place I walk through. So 5 years, almost every day I've walked through that mall. I've never seen a sale. I've never seen a sale at Louis Vuitton. I've never seen a sale at Gucci. I've never seen a sale at Golden Goose and all these stores I don't even know the name of because they're too high end for me. But they don't have sales.
Not one sale in the ultra luxury mall, in the most successful, most highest end stores, the greatest brands in the world don't go on sale. You want to know why? Because greatness doesn't go on sale. It costs what it costs. See, a lot of you are going to go, well, I'm going to go to one training or I'm going to do one of the things, but I'm not going to do the other things it takes to become successful. And then you sit there and you battle in your brain like, oh, I'm going to go to the virtual event, but then I might not go in September. I might not come to Cabo in December. And you sit there and you negotiate with yourself the cost of success. Success doesn't go on sale. It costs what it costs. And when you make a decision with yourself, see, the most important handshake you're ever going to make is that handshake with yourself today. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I know you want to do this for your kids. I know you want to do this for your spouse. I know you want to do this for your parents. I know you want to make people proud. I know you want to prove people wrong. That's all well and good. The most important handshake deal you'll ever make is that deal you make with yourself. And when you decide, I'm going to get to the top, no matter what happens, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do what the successful people are doing. I'm not going to sit there and play games in my own head and try to get a shortcut to success. It just doesn't exist. It costs what it costs. So you got to go to the events because that's what the successful people are doing. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, make a list. Like, this is a contact sport. The more you have, the more you make. The size of your list is the size of your strength. And a lot of people, they negotiate again. And I tell people, you got to write your list on paper so you can see them. And there's 100 reasons why that's important, but it does something to you psychologically. It's been proven in test after test. When you actually write stuff on paper, it changes how different you think about it. Even with your goals, it's a really big deal. But it's the same with your list. I know you're saying, oh, my names are in my phone. I would just challenge you to take them out of your phone and just put them on paper. And that's your list. Like A through Z on your phone. You can just start today with 20. You know, I usually tell people on your first day, I don't want to overwhelm you. Like, eventually you want to get to 200 names, and just people that you know, your friends, people you want to travel with, people you want to do life with, people you want to do business with. But you can just start with 20. And I say, make 2 lists of 10 today. This is what the successful people do on their first day. The first list of 10 are the 10 people you'd have the most fun with. So if we go on one of these yachts later today, okay, and you can pick 10 people where you know it's going to be a blast if they're on there with you, that's your fun list. So you make 10 of those to start. Just write them down, and we're going to get them on one of these Zooms in the next week. And then you make a list of 10 people that if you got them in, you know they would crush the business. Like, you just know. See, one of my biggest secrets is I find people better than me, and then they make me look good. Like, if you rated yourself on an influential scale 1 through 10, and maybe you're a 7, make a list of 10 people that are 8s, 9s, and 10s. Who do you know that's more influential than you? Right? Who do you know that's maybe done this business before? Who do you know that's a leader? Right? And then you got your list of 20. Just do that in your first 24 hours. Again, easy not to do, very easy to do. And then the fourth thing successful people do in their first 24 hours is they make their first sale. There's this thing of procrastination I talk about a lot, being the assassin of opportunity in our lives. And I would challenge you today, because all of us can start today. I don't care if you've already been around for a few months or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. We can say today is day 1, and this is going to be my new first 24 hours. You can tell a new story. You can say, you know what? I've been doing research. You could call your friends and say, hey, I've been doing research. I went to Atlanta, I saw an event, or, you know, I was looking at the trips, and then I got on this call today, and I believe this is going to be the next big thing. And I respect you, friends, so much. I didn't want to call you. I didn't want to text you until I knew it was good. But today's my day 1, and I'm calling you first. That's a good story. You could start today. Anybody could to start contacting their friends, whether it's your first day or not. But we're going to challenge you to score in 24. So what we want you to do in the next 24 hours, make 1 sale. You could go after, you know, maybe even your little sister, your mom. Right? Have you shown your mom yet? Here's the crazy thing about the way the numbers work in this business. It takes a very small amount of people that do a lot and a lot of people that do a little to create massive momentum. So if you called your mom, if everybody on here called their mom and put their mom in the business, we would have the biggest day in the history of the company. If everybody just got their mom, that's how crazy this works, right? So the people that know you the best, trust you most, maybe that could be your first sale, and that's cool. Just get a win, and then we'll go from there. So those are the 4 things you do in the next 24 hours that are easy to do and easy not to do. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you 4 things that are the key to success in my business life in 19 years of being in business in this industry and being an entrepreneur since I was 15 years old. 4 things I boiled it down to that will have you win as big as you can possibly win in anything you want to do in life. The first one, the first key to success is you have to figure out why you're doing it. This is just so interesting. Most people wake up, like if I woke up 100 people on Monday morning and I said, why are you going to work? They don't know. They don't have an answer. Why are you waking up today? They don't know. They say, well, because everybody else is going to work. That's the number one answer when you ask people, why are they going to work today? They say, because everybody else does. They say to pay bills. They don't really know why they're waking up. See, most of us don't need to sleep more. Most of us need a better reason to wake up. What is your reason to wake up? Like, why are you doing this? I know maybe it's just you want to go on travel, right? Maybe you want to go see the world a bit more. Maybe you want to retire your spouse. Maybe you want to retire your parents. Maybe you want to build schools. Maybe you want to build churches. Maybe you want, a Bentley and live in Waldorf Astoria. Like, I don't know what you want. Whatever you want is good enough for you, but you have to get very focused. I tell people, if you write down what you really want in life, like what you're really waking up for, you'll probably come up with like 10, 15, 20 things. That's the problem. That's the issue. See, if you write down 10, 15, 20 things, what I would challenge you to do today, and anybody can do this exercise, I've done this exercise my whole life, and it changes all the time. My why changes, your why is going to change too. But what I always do is I circle one, and this is the key. Our superpower as human beings is focus. See, when you wake me up, and you say, Eric, why are you waking up today? What do you want? I say, I'm going to be Black Diamond. I'm going to be Black Diamond. I'm going to be Black Diamond. As soon as I wake up, I know I'm going to be 5,000 left, 5,000 right. That's why I'm building this business. That's my goal in this business. I don't want 1,000 other things in life. I want to be Black Diamond. I don't want everything else like Tom Brady. He didn't try to win the Super Bowl and try to win the World Series at the same time. He had one singular focus when he woke up every day, when he went to practice every day, when he was working out in the gym every day. He said, why are you working out today? He said, because I'm winning the Super Bowl, because I'm going to be a champion, because I'm going to be the best. See, what is the one thing, if you could just focus on one thing and not want 100 other things besides it, just one simple thing. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Why do you wake up every day? Figure that out. That will change your life. Second step, make a decision. The Latin root of decision is to cut off from. See, plans change, decisions don't. In your life, when you made a real decision, actually, I want you to think about, what is the biggest thing you've accomplished in your life? We all have one, right? I don't know if it's graduating college, graduating high school, getting married, starting a family, whatever, starting a business. What is the biggest thing you've accomplished in your life? Okay. Now, take a second and think about the moment you decided to do that. Not when it happened, not when it actually occurred. Think about the moment you decided it was going to happen. Here's what's interesting. Decisions don't take a long time. It takes you a long time to get ready to make a decision. That's what takes a long time. But when you make the decision, I bet you can think about the moment where you're like, I'm doing this thing. You made that decision. It was like that. In your moments of decisions where your destiny is shaped, is what my mentor, Tony Robbins, says, right? But it's just a moment. It's a snap of a finger. Now, once you made that decision, not when you accomplished it, once you made the decision and you remember that moment you had where you're like, I'm doing this no matter what, didn't the rest sort of take care of itself? Interesting. When you decide, what you've really done is you cut off from every other option, and it just happens. So have you made a real decision? When you figure out what you want, have you ever really decided you're going to get it no matter what? You're really going to get to the top of the mountain and be dead on the side when people tell me, Eric, it's never going to work. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. I just tell them, well, one of us is going to be right. And we're about to figure it out because I'm going for it. Right. And I don't know if it's ego, and it probably is. And I probably need more personal development. But like in my head, like those people are against me. Right? They're cheering against. It's this funny thing. It's like when somebody suggests to buy Bitcoin and you don't. When somebody suggests to buy a stock and you don't. Are you cheering for that stock to go up or go down? See, if you don't do it, you don't want it to explode because then you're the idiot that didn't do it. That's why haters are haters in this business. It's not because they hate you. It's because they inside are cheering against you because they didn't do it. They didn't accomplish it. So I'm just thinking, man, when I decide to do something, I'm going no matter how many people tell me I can't. So figure out what you want, make a decision, you're going to do it. Step 3, take massive and immediate action. People hear the massive part, they miss the immediate part. The biggest thing, step 4 in what you do in your first 24 hours is start. When I say make a sale, it's cool. Even if you don't make a sale today, show somebody in your first, just start today. The first step's the hardest. The first text is the hardest. The first call is the hardest. When you get in the groove and you start doing it, it's easy. It's actually fun. You just got to start today. It's not as scary as you think. You can't tote it. Most people waste their whole life. We're on vacation, right? So I'm over here. My pool's right over there. And literally, this lady I never met yesterday was at the pool going like this. And I could see her from my patio, right, in my room. And she's at the pool going like this. And it was everything I do to stop myself from jumping over the balcony and pushing her ass in because I hate toe dippers. People do that in all aspects of their life. They sit there and go like this. Well, I don't know. I'm going to call Bob. Maybe I'll call Bob. But if Bob says yes, then maybe I'll call Sally. But if Bob says no, then and you go like this with your business, right? You go, well, maybe I'll go to one event, but I'm not going to go to the next. Well, I'll get on this call, but I'm not going to pay to get on a call, right? You go like this. And then you come up to me and you go, Eric G, why isn't my business working? And in my mind, I'm going, because you're toe dipping. And it's obvious to everyone around you. And I'm all in. And that's pretty obvious too, isn't it? Like I didn't have to stop halfway through the presentation and go, oh, sorry, guys. Forgot to mention, by the way, I'm in. It just kind of comes off me, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere in your head, somewhere in these 10 inches between your ears, you're thinking, well, I don't know if it's going to work for me. I don't know if I'm going to do, and you have all these beliefs, right? You can't spell beliefs without lies. We tell ourselves these self-limiting beliefs that stop us. Beliefs are traitors. That's the reason people don't start. Beliefs are traitors that make you lose before you even try to win. You didn't even try to play. You haven't lost yet. Not everybody's told you no yet. You're not in the game, right? You got to start. You got to dive in the deep end. And I know it's cold. I know the first call sucks. I know the first text sucks. I know your first presentation sucks. I get it. Me too. But if you cannonball in the deep end, it sucks. It's cold for 2 seconds. For the first 10 calls, and then you have a skill you can use the rest of your life. You can play around in the deep end with the big boys and the big girls for the rest of your vacation. Stop toe dipping. Make a decision. Take massive and immediate action. Do it today. Start now. And the fourth and the final thing before I throw it back to Shar is never quit. The big one. It's a big one because people quit almost everything. Like I've seen a lot of people, and I was at their wedding, my friends, and they said, till death do us part. And they're still alive and they're not married. Like, most people quit college. Like, I don't know any college that has like a friendly refund policy. Right? But they go to college and spend all this money and they quit. Right? I'm like, yes, it happens. People quit almost everything in life. We're a society where we live in this microwave society where we want everything right now. It's so funny. One of my friends goes, Eric, I don't want it to be a get rich quick deal. And I'm like, well, it's not a get rich quick deal. And they're like, okay, cool. And they joined. And then 10 days later, they weren't rich and they quit. And I'm like, I thought you didn't want to get rich quick deal. Why are you quitting 10 days in? Because we live in this microwave society today where, you put something in the microwave for 30 seconds and it's not hot. And you're like, oh, another 30 seconds. It's just crazy. Delayed gratification is how you get wealthy in all aspects of life, in all investments, in all business. You have to get that long-term mindset. You got to get that business owner mindset, not the employee mindset, where you go to work for 2 weeks and you get a check, and you go to work for 2 weeks and you get a check. No, that's not the way it is here. Here in the beginning, you're overworked and underpaid in all business. Don't quit. Just understand how the process works, because eventually it flips and you get underworked and overplayed like me, where you just buy one-way tickets and stay till you're bored wherever you go, but you gotta do the work before. And there's these people called well-intentioned dream stealers. They're your spouse, they're your brother, they're your best friends since kindergarten. And I call them well-intentioned dream stealers because they think they're protecting us and they prey on the weak. So before you've ever made any money, before you've ever been on a trip, that's when they come after you. They don't come after you after you've made $15 million and you live on a beach. They don't come after you then. Then they're scared. You know what they do at the end? If you win and you go through it, your well-intentioned dream stealers that are there in the beginning, they claim you later. I hear them talking about me. The same people that were talking smack about me 19 years ago now are going, well, I grew up with Eric. Well, I lived next to him. We played hockey together. And then I hear it. It comes back to me. Right? And I know I didn't forget about them. I know they were a dream stealer. I just have a rule. Don't plan on being around for the prize if you're not there with me during the struggle. See, that's why I love the people on this call, because we're doing it together. We're a team. It's so fun. I love sports. I love teams. I love competition. And we're going for the championships. We're not in this to be number 2 or number 3. There's big $10 billion companies out there already run. Sorry, I think they've already won the race, and we're just getting started. I get so fired up, I lose my earpiece. See, they think they're sitting in the winner's circle, and we're just getting to the starting line. And we got the thoroughbreds. Like the people on this call right now, there's no telling what's going to happen. Like this is going to be the Black Diamond call in a couple of years. Just the people on here. We might not even be able to fit everybody on a Zoom. And it's happening now, but you can't quit when it gets hard. Fall in love with the process, right? The hard is what makes it good. Like, why does Tom Brady cry when he wins the Super Bowl? Because it was freaking hard to do. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. The hard's what makes the winning feel so good. So when you're going through the hard times, just know you're going to be crying up on stage tears of joy one day. And I hope to be the guy in the front row holding the video camera here, taking the pictures of you, because I know what you went through. And just know there's somebody on the other side of the world going through the same thing with you. And we do it together as brothers and sisters. And we're taking Viago to the top, baby. So, Shar, I'll throw it back to you. I cannot wait to hear this product training. Our product is so freaking awesome. And it gets better every day. So I can't wait to hear this. Thank you guys for being on here. It's been my pleasure. Let's Viago, baby.
Let's go. Everyone, please blow up this chat. Put your hands in the air if you're on camera. And let's give Eric a massive sense of gratitude and thank you. Those were some big golden nuggets. I hope you were writing it down. And I've had some messages already. Step number 1, inner circle. You want that because this recording of this entire Saturday Scoop, every Saturday Scoop to come, is going to be in there. That's how you get to listen to it again. What we just heard, the last 20 minutes or so, I'm going to put that on replay. I cannot wait for this to be in the inner circle. Wow, wow, and wow. And I'm going to echo from my own experience. When I got to go to the Olympics, when we won in a team sport and an individual sport for me, yeah, you cry because it's hard. It's hard to keep that focus, those blinders on long enough to let the process work, to experience what happens on the other end. Gosh, I just wish I could give everyone here that experience. That fires me up too. And I know one way to do it is to be part of this community and understand that you have a box of gold as a brand ambassador and as a member here. What we're going to do next is I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through your membership site, the same site each of us gets when we set up our account today. So if you're brand new here today, get that account set up so that you can go right on in. It is a website portal. You can access it from any device that is connected to the internet. I choose to do most of my stuff on a computer, which is where I'm coming from you today, to you from today. Please know that sometimes the placement of items or where I tell you to click might look a little different if you're on a smaller screen device or if you're on your phone. I promise you though, everything is there and you cannot break it. Cannot break it. So everyone raise your right hand. And we're going to agree with me right now today. Shar, yes, I promise that I'm going to go back into my membership site and I'm going to click around as often as possible so I can find where all my things are and how to use all these benefits so I can save a ton of money just like Cheryl Maupin. Yes and yes, amen. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I like to have fun too, you all. Please give me a thumbs up or a number 1 or something in the chat when you can see my screen. That would be amazing. We got a couple folks trying to get in here. Fantastic. Let's let them in. So right here, it's clubviago.com. That is where you're going to go. You'll receive an email just as soon as your account is set up. And you'll have all of the information in there. Of course, you get to choose your password. So you'll want to make note of that somewhere so you can access that. And then you may want to make a new email address when you set up your account, just to make it simple and easy for yourself to find everything related to Club Viago and being a brand ambassador. So you're going to find the sign in button on whatever device that you're on. Remember, I'm coming to you in this demo today from my computer, and we're just going to go ahead and click log in. This is your membership site where all of the deals are, all of the escapes, your access to your telemedicine to set everything up, all the benefits that Eric shared with us at the very beginning of today's Saturday Scoop. And this is your membership site right here. So you can see as your home site there, I always look for this beautiful woman looking at the pool. That way I know I'm on the home screen. Anytime you're in your membership portal, you can pretty much find the Club Viago logo. It's usually in the top left-hand corner. And when you click that, it brings you right back here to this screen. This is your home screen. You will also notice to the top right corner is all of those Viago points that you have for setting up your account. So once your account cycles through the computer and it's in full access mode, you should see your 600 points show up right there. I've got a few more because I've been doing some things around here. The first menu is your travel menu. Anything to do with travel. So this is your booking portal where we started this morning at, as well as all of your escape features. Those are the trips that are curated by our club experts for all of us to go on. And then as soon as you are a loyal customer for 12 calendar consecutive months in a row and you earn your getaway, then you'll be able to access your getaway tab area to claim that voucher or convert it into 1,000 more Viago points, which will then show up in the top right-hand corner. We'll start right there. I'm going to click on the booking engine. There is so much value in this booking engine, and even an additional set of currency that you earn here. So every single time that you book something here in your private booking portal, remember, this is where you earn all of your wholesale and below access to all things related to travel, as well as activities in your local area and where destinations where you're going, and some lifestyle items here like gift cards, restaurant savings, etc. There's a ton of things in here, which is why we click around. Every time you make a purchase or a reservation in here, you'll notice over here it says my rewards credits. I have spent them, but you'll have currency that will start to develop there, and you can use that currency inside this booking engine only on future purchases. So it's a ecosystem within an ecosystem right here for you. So it defaults to hotels. So we can just go and you, just like any other search engine, right? You just type in, why? There we go. Type in whatever city you're looking for. I'm just going to type in where I'm at, Scottsdale, USA. Let's say I want to check in on July 1st, and we're going to check out on July 7th. Why not? Come for the holiday weekend to the heat, baby. Bringing you to the heat. And then you just hit search, and it will bring up all of your options. Maybe there isn't. Oh, there we go. So now we're loading. You can also scroll down. You saw those tiles that are there. They'll have some popular cities for the different features. And so you can click one of those as well. So here we go. We've got Residence Inn along the Salt River here, $88 a night. Oh my gosh, check it out. Saving a ton of money, right? And then it just continues to go. So you can see every single time, it'll tell you the property, it'll give you the rating, it'll give you the percentage off as well as the money off. So let's say we just want to choose this one right here. I know where that's at. And then you click it and look at all the details, just like any other option. Look at the description. You can see all the different locations that are nearby to make sure that that's what you want. And then you can pick your room. So it looks like we've got suites, we've got twin beds, queen beds, we've got kitchenettes, we've got all kinds of fun things in here. And you just choose what you want and click through just like any other booking engine. As always, please read all the details so that you make sure you get exactly what it is that you're looking for. And if you have questions, there is a chat feature in here, or you can always contact Club Viago and get assistance there as well. That is just like any other searches you've already done. Now, under cruises here, we have all of the different options: ocean, river cruises, sailboats, and yachts. So you can set up, look at all sorts of options all around the world Pretty amazing options right there. Again, you just click and see. If you've never been on a river cruise, it's worth it. Go do it. When I lived in Europe, I got to do a couple of those long before they were popular like they are today. And my goodness, absolute fantastic experience here. Again, you can put in all kinds of options, including how long you want to be, the months that you're looking for. I just always say start with looking over the whole purview, whole inventory that's here, and then you can narrow it down once you get an idea. So you can just start to scroll through and kind of see. And maybe you've never been on a cruise. There's some easy ones on the different coasts that go real short so that you can see those. And you can then search for that for a shorter duration. Again, it's just point and click and looking through. For your first time accessing your membership, I really do encourage you to do it from a computer on a bigger screen so that you can take your time, click around, and really begin to see the value of the benefits that you have right in here. And of course, rental cars are amazing. We have some incredible rental car deals that you can find. I know there's several folks on this call with us today here on the Scoop that have had incredible experiences with the rental cars. Maybe they've been putting that in the chat. Might want to look that up. But again, many times you can find and reserve a rental car here in our booking engine, even when the actual destination, if you were to be a walk-in customer off the street, they would say they have no cars available. So we really do give that VIP extra access to all of our customers simply by being a member here in Club Viago. Now, real quick, flights, please understand the airline industry is federally regulated here in the United States. So we don't have extra special discounts, though many times, whether you find a flight here on your booking engine, there's also 2 other areas I'll point out in your membership portal where you can find flight deals. Sometimes you'll save some money. It might be $50 or $20 or $12, or sometimes you might find a really big deal. Like one time I found a round trip flight in here for $10. It was just one of those last minute sort of things. It came up and I snagged it. So it's not our forte, right? We just make it available to what's already out in the world. And sometimes you're going to find a deal. I just encourage you, especially for flights and rental cars, to look in all areas of your membership. Those areas are your booking engine, member deals, and benefits hub. I'll point those out here in just a minute when we get going. Here you've got vacation homes. These vacation homes are out of this world, y'all. I mean, you can look at around the country. You can choose the type you want. I want to be near the beach, in the mountains, a leisure sort of area. I want to be in Europe. No, I want to be in the United States. No, I'm just going to look at all of them. And then they also have just the tiles. You can always scroll down and just click. All right, I've lived in Spain. So let's go take a look at Spain and see what's there. And then it shows you more options based on that destination and gives you some ideas. So here's 4 bedrooms, sleeps a private pool. Look at that. Casa Playa Blanca, right? And this is a Villa Quinta Santa Luisa. Sleep 17. All right, who wants to do a trip there? Who's going to book this? Let's take 17 of us and go. So you can really create an experience for yourself as well, simply by here using your vacation homes part of the portal. Okay. So that's how that works here. And then these weeks, this is like going for a week somewhere, almost like you had a timeshare, but we don't have any of those constraints. It's just a week. And I will tell you many times, you'll see here when you put in the destination and your date, the closer in, whether it's within 7 days or 14 days, if you're able to book that close to when you want to leave, many times you can find incredible deals simply because the property would rather have guests in there than have it empty. And so you can get some better deals. Again, you can book out as far as you need to. Just understand that price fluctuates. We're simply giving you access to that as one of our VIP Club Viago members. And then the marketplace. All right, y'all. I like the marketplace. This is different from our product marketplace. This is your travel marketplace where you literally get to bid on things. So it tells you everything that's available, right? How many weeks they have available. And then it's giving you where the prices start, but you get to negotiate in the marketplace what you want to pay. You might be surprised what you can find here simply by making an offer. Again, properties would like to have guests at their property versus them go empty. So that is another really great way where you can find yourself a place to stay and maybe not have to pay very much. I know I had a customer right when we launched this membership portal, and they are in a retirement community. There's 3 couples, 6 of them that love to travel together. They came here in the marketplace and they put a bid in and kind of went back and forth. And when they settled out, they literally they paid $300 for a full week at one of their favorite resorts down in the Caribbean. So 300, that was all fees and taxes divided by 6. It was $50 a person for them to go on this experience. And they just put that together kind of last minute for themselves. So again, click around and look in here. Now the activities tab real fast, and then we're going to zip through the rest of our membership here. What I tell you about the activities is this is a great way to look at a place if you've never been, things that you might want to do. Or maybe you've taken recommendations and you can go in here in the activities tab and just find them and purchase them. As always, we will suggest with tiles some of the most popular places. What I have found for myself, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is right by Phoenix. And as a local resident, I'm not the target market for my tourism industry. So many of the activities that are here to do, if you were to come as a visitor here, are not marketed to me as a resident. Try just your own city or your surrounding area. You might find some incredible gems just like I have in here. One of the gems I found was I had some family coming in town. So I booked a 3/4 day Segway tour of Old Town Scottsdale. And that's a big deal because it's kind of the history of where this part of Phoenix and the Valley began hundreds of years ago as the 48th state. And then that Segway tour included a guide, which was amazing, a headset so we could hear what the guide was saying, and it included lunch. And I ended up paying $17 per person, and it was a minimum of $25, even with a military discount, since I'm a military veteran retiree on the retail site. I had no idea that existed because I'm not the target market. You can find some incredible things to do. I know summer is here for the Northern Hemisphere. Kids are out of school, grandkids are out of school. You might find some little gems and save yourself some money using your activities part of the booking engine. And the very last part of your booking portal, this is again our Pro Search booking engine. It says lifestyle, but that is a drop-down menu as well. There are 5 items underneath there. A couple of things of point for day-to-day, month-to-month sort of usage is you can purchase gift cards. Once you build up your credit currency by using your booking engine, you will then have enough credits and you can purchase gift cards with that credit. That's the only way to purchase those gift cards. The restaurant savings, you can come in here and get some pretty fun things through restaurants.com. Again, restaurants.com is also in our member deals part of the portal, which is where we are going next. But you can see here, you can get paid $3.41 for a $25 restaurant.com gift card, $5.74 for a $50 one, or $12.49 for a $100 card. And then you can purchase them in multiple quantities as well. So this is one of the areas under lifestyle. Again, this is where you also can set up all of your transports, transfers if you're needing to set them up if they're not included or you're doing an a la carte trip that you're putting together. And of course, additional tours on the worldwide global scale. And friends, that is your booking portal. Along the very top, the value guarantee, it talks about what our value guarantee is. Again, please click through all of those links and look for the details for yourself so that you can learn and see what's here. You've got your support tab right here in the booking engine. All of your account information is right there on those smaller menu items across the top. And then of course, so you can see all of the different reservations I've been making, all the usage. And then you just hit Club Viago logo. We go back to the beginning portal. Now we just have a few minutes left. I wanted to really go through that because there's a ton of value there in the booking engine. Also remember, though the menus are across the top, when we scroll down, you have the same menu. So here's the booking engine we just went through. You can get to it through there. Here's your escape your ways. Here's those rewards escape. Let's take a quick tour over there. Everything is point and click, and there's several different ways that it's listed inside your portal, just so you're aware. It's not two different things. So these are all the rewards escapes where we use our Viago points, those 600 points that come with your account. And let's start booking. I know we've got a couple of rooms left for Vietnam. Come on, y'all. Come with us. Right here. There it is. Come on, come on, come on. We'd love to have you with us on this incredible, incredible escape. Right? And you can go the long version or the short version. I will be there for the long version, just so you know, hint, hint, wink, wink. We've got that June 1 Eric shared with us. Here's that Cancun all-inclusive. And it just goes on. This is our Puerto Rico one. Wow, have they added some incredible special Viago only options here with some music and concerts on Puerto Rico in July. Here's Tulum coming up as well. I mean, you guys just go. There's so many incredible places you can really plan out the rest of this year, early next year, all of that. So these are our rewards escapes. And remember, we're always adding more options. So check back frequently, get your friends together and bring them on your escapes. Remember, everything travel is under your travel menu on the homepage here. Now we're going to head over to shop. This is where the bulk of the value of living your day-to-day life is right here. Dr. Deb referenced it in her testimony. This is how Cheryl, our second testimony, has saved the thousands of dollars living her life. When we understand that our member deals, our benefits hubs, our brand partners, and everything in here with our Viago Health Share, this helps us live our life at wholesale and below prices. There's over 1 million partnered vendors here to provide Viago only discounts. So while they may have a sale on their retail website, we are guaranteed to have a better price than that. I know folks have found incredible, incredible deals here, as have I. So you go in here, you have lots of options. You can search for where you want to go or what you want to do, or you can see we have menus. The travel menu, this is that second place that you have additional ways for travel. You can search for hotels, rental cars, flights, and you can actually look at packages that include them all and kind of create your own trip. Again, this is a second area. It's not the same pricing or results. So you may find your best deals on airline flights through this member deals flight portal right here. Again, once you click on something, it's just like any other search engine, as we've mentioned before, and you just type in where you're going, what you're doing, and hit search and see all the options that come. And you can see it says Viago members will save up to 20%. You might have a great deal. In fact, I personally love to collect the testimonies. I can't wait to hear the next success story here. So again, back up in this teal bar, you can just go over, and when you hover over each link, the drop-down menu comes, or you can simply click on it to see everything. You'll also notice, if we go down here to the bottom right-hand corner, we have international theme parks and attractions, and all of them, or if you just want to look at attractions or just theme parks. So for our international community, we do have these areas showing up to help you narrow it down to the country and area of the world that you are looking for as well. Now we're into summer, so here they have a specific link for water parks. I do tell you that this particular link does change. So as the seasons go and we get into ski season, it will say ski resorts up there. You can always search for these areas in here, but this is all the water parks, and there's additional special offers that are going on. And again, you just continue to scroll down. You can view it, everything. It is a website. You cannot break it. You may get frustrated at first, but you cannot break it. I promise you. Movie tickets is another one. If you have again, all movie theaters, or maybe you like to go to Cinemark, you click there and you find your theater and you look. I mean, here's just, a couple of bucks savings on the movie ticket. A lot of times, I'll look at this. Tickets do not expire. There's so many values in here. You can also get the package deal where you get your movie ticket, a popcorn, and 2 drinks. We have several family members here that I know that do this on the regular and save over 50% off the retail price on the theater app or at the theater counter. And then you can look by city. You can look by North America cities, or you can look internationally. Maybe you're going somewhere and you just want to see what's there. There's so many ways to find your deals. And under the shopping deals, many of the savings that you heard about during the testimonies are found here. You can browse by brand, you can browse by option, you can just click around and find. They've got categories here on the left. Insurance is a big one. I mean, look at 50% off AAA membership. There might be things you're already doing that if you will go in here and start with your own budget, which is what I recommend, and find the things you're already paying for, you may find them less expensive here so that you know how to pivot where you purchase that same item to help you and your household begin to save as much money as possible. We really do have it all. And then here is how you get to all those events. So again, shows, sporting events, concerts, festivals. We get great ticket options here. I mean, great ticket options. One of my dear friends who's on this call with us today and we bought last minute concert tickets to see Pat Benatar right here in Phoenix, literally like the day before. And we got center stage floor seats about 3/4 of the way back, and we could see like a champ. And we just showed up last minute, had a great time, saved a lot of money. This is where you're going to spend the most time, and it will affect your budget the best way because you'll save a ton of money just over and over and over. And every time you do that and get excited, you're going to excite the rest of us too. Another area is our Benefits Hub. And Benefits Hub is going to ask you to log in with your email and password. I'm not sure why it logged me out, and I know we're running a little short on time, so I'm not going to completely go in here. It looks just like the member deals. It's just additional deals that we have. Again, in Benefits Hub, you'll also find a way to search for flights, rental cars, and some hotels. So always remember, search the 3 areas for yourself in your own membership to just check out and find the best deal. Then tell us about it. Post it everywhere. Tell the person that invited you here with us so that we know where you find the deals. Since there's over 1 million deals that we all get access to, it's a little hard to know all the details all the time. And then our brand partners, friend, these are specific deals that specific brands have partnered with Club Viago just for us. So when you click on that, you'll want to scroll down and you can see you get 2 free months using Clear. If you're just starting to travel more, this might be a good place for you to start till you decide what the best service is for you. You got Priority Lounge Pass. You get up to 30% off. That's a really fun one. Here, I know my friend Linda really loves the Virgin gift cards, and she can get discounts right here because they do a lot of things with Virgin. Big Apple Pizza. I mean, we have some crazy cool and wild specific deals here, and you can just scroll down here and access all of those deals. I mean, Beverly Hills car rental, here we go, right? Our Viago Health Show, we're getting there coming up. Daily deals with restaurants.com. So those are just specific branded partnerships that we have for you that you can access right there. And then again, under your shop menu, you're also going to find where to set up for telemedicine. If my computer will return to me. Hold on just a second. For some reason, it's not giving me the drop-down menu. So under shop, while my computer is coming back to us, here we go. Your telemedicine is your Be Well benefits. As a new member here, you'll want to click here just as soon as your account is live and get your profile set up for you and every family member. Your Be Well and your membership covers you, your spouse or partner, and all of your legal dependents that are in your household. It does tell you in here all of the different benefits. And then you click right here. It's a one-time registration fee of $5. That's it. You just set it up. And I will tell you as a medical clinician, setting it up right away when you don't need it will give you the best peace of mind, because then you'll have everything inside your phone. It'll be all set up. So when you do need to use it and you're not feeling well, you're trying to help your family member, the stress level is already high. The last thing you will have to not worry about is doing all the administrative stuff there. And the other side of our wellness benefits is our Viago Health Share. This is where you'll want to click through. There's a ton of information about this. We even have a recording of one of our meetings with our Clearwater partnered vendor here. And then you can actually set up your own appointment right here. You can get a quote, definitely schedule a call. I will tell you, if you're interested in this part, once you've looked through and kind of found the options that are available and put your questions together, the calls are complimentary. That is how they service our community, and they will make sure that you get the very best bang for your buck that you want to invest in your insurance premiums that include major medical health care, gap coverage or supplemental coverage like dental and vision, as well as if you want some more holistic leaning options like chiropractic or acupuncture that could be covered as part of your services. It is one of the best values we have, and I didn't even realize it myself till I sat down with my own appointment with our Clearwater professionals, and I have pretty good insurance with the military. I was absolutely shocked. And then here in our marketplace, we have a product marketplace for products that you can put on your body and in your body. You can click there and begin to shop there as well. And you'll be able to use some of your Viago points that you received toward those product purchases if you want to try any of those items. And as we wrap this up, I'm going to get a little bit into the details for you because I just find that it helps me use my membership better. So under the info tab, it's really important to know what you have. It talks about all your benefits here, yes. But did you know you also have a personal concierge? That personal concierge is going to help you with navigate all the things in your travel deal. It tells you how to use it right here. You get to set up your own appointment. They will walk you through, help you put things together if you're having trouble finding things, or help you find the best values to put something together for you. Okay, and then additionally, under our FAQs, you'll also access, if you scroll to the very bottom of the screen, you can find all of that there, as there is always more than one way to find the same information. There is overviews in here for you. So you can go back. You don't have to memorize anything. And again, here at the bottom of the website, you can click that again. And you can also click contact us from several different places. It's going to have all of the information for every access of the portal. Do yourself a favor. Once you have access to your account, just sit down for a few minutes, put all of these phone numbers in your phone, mark them as a favorite so they're easy for you to find. And then you will know that you have that information when you need it to be able to contact the right part of our membership and get the service and support that you need, my friends. And for your own account information, you can go right here under account. It tracks all of your purchases. It tells your points, just like in the top right-hand corner. And of course, all of your account details. And if you're a brand ambassador with us, this a brand ambassador back office, that is for that part of your business. You can click there and go to that as well, my friends. And as always, just click that Club Viago logo, go right back to your front screen and start again. If you ever get lost, you don't know where you clicked, right? Just come right back here to the home screen, find the menu, whether you're doing something travel related, daily, weekly, monthly life savings, or health related, or you just need some basic info, or you need to update your account, and just start again. My friends, we have so much incredible value inside this Club Viago membership. I thank you for being here today, getting all the scoop. Eric, we thank you for being with us here on the Saturday Scoop. And remember, if you want this recording or to hear previous Saturday Scoops and to get our mindset training right, it's always found inside the inner circle. This will also be posted there in the next handful of days. It is Saturday, so give us a little grace until next week. And we have a saying around here as we send you off to have a super duper Saturday. Remember, I go, you go, we go, Viago, let's go. We'll see everyone on the next Zoom or on the next Saturday Scoop. Bye for now.